Hey, hey. This is Jillian Schleiger. How are you? Happy Saturday, or whenever you're watching this. I asked a question a few days ago. It wasn't yesterday, I don't think. I think it was a couple days ago. Let me just click on this and then mute myself. So if anybody comes on, you can ask questions. Feel free to comment, and let's go through this. So a couple days ago, I had asked, hey, universe, with a Y-O-U, universe, hey, universe, what would being fully supported feel and look like? And I had a bunch of, hey, Judy, how are you? I hope you're doing well. I am having a lovely day. You know what? I am. Thank you for asking. Yesterday, I took the day off and I went out to the woods and I took my camera and my tripod and I had a lovely day. I wasn't behind my computer. I wasn't focused on business. I wasn't focused on the things that I should be doing. I had a great day. Just out by myself. I didn't even take my dog. Shh, don't tell. And I had a lovely day. And that recharged me. So thank you for asking. I hope you're doing even better than I am feeling right now. I hope that you are fabulous. Thank you so much for asking. And thanks for being here. So I asked this question and I had a bunch of people answer me. And then I had somebody ask me, what are you talking about? What is this question? What are you asking me right now? I had to say I'm putting a lot more drama into his response, obviously, but yeah, I get some people that are confused by this. So number one, when I ask a question, it's not for you to go into your brain and figure it out, to process it. I'm asking questions to try to get us into a place of not thinking, but more so feeling. And this comes from a lot of Reiki healing modalities use questions and use feeling into the energy of things. Nina, how are you? One of those healing modalities is access consciousness. I love access consciousness. I have my own healing modality that's called kinetic divination. And I have a process within that healing modality that's called CRM, which is coherence resonance mapping. And it maps the coherence, the alignment that we have with our thing that we want and us. Yay! Thank you. I'm so glad are you still feeling like on cloud nine? So I asked this question for us to change our point of view around certain things. And I titled this talk, it's not even on there. It's not even on there. Why do you ask me to title something if you're not going to even put the title in? Ready for more? Yay! Let's book another session. So what did I title it? The universal law that you use all the time and don't know it. This is what I titled this session. That's what the title is. I'll put it back in once I hit stop. So the universal law that you use all the time and don't know it. I'm gonna test you right now. Replay, guys, pause and think about this and type it in the comments. You guys that are here right now, what universal law do you think that I'm talking about? The universal law, I wish I had like a little, they have all these influencers and stuff have these cool tools. I need the tools, you guys. I need the tools. Like press a button and it like the Jeopardy theme plays or whatever. So what universal law do you guys think that I'm talking about right now? I would play like a little ditty right now if I could, but I can't. I don't have the tools yet or the gadgets yet. I'll get them. They're very cool. I was watching Pat Flynn on YouTube. He has the coolest tools. He does. Are you guys still here with me? Do you like my pottery? This is from I don't know where. somewhere in Peggy's Cove near Halifax. Inner Peace. Ooh, that's a good one. These are universal laws. So this is, I'm promoting Canadian Peggy's Cove pottery that I don't know who made it, but it's very gorgeous. Okay, so the universal law that you use all the time, I thought you guys would drop the law that most people talk about, which is the law of attraction. And we're not talking about the law of attraction. So this is the universal law that you use all the time and you don't even know it. This is the law of assumption. Law of assumption. So this is where this is a fake, like one of those battery operated candles inside of this candle thing holder. So I turned that candle on just prior to hitting record. So I'm assuming that even if I move over here, I'm assuming that when I move back, that'll still be lit. I put that couch there. When I go to sleep in the morning when I get up, I'm assuming that couch is going to still be there. This is how we create our life. And this is how we're always manifesting our reality. This is why when somebody comes to me and they say, I want to learn how to manifest, I'm like, you're always manifesting. It's not something that you learn how to hone your manifesting skills, but we're always manifesting through the universal law of assumption. And then the law of attraction is that law that, the law of attraction is actually the law that holds the universe together, because it's the attraction of our universe. It's attraction. Then there's the law of vibration. So all of these laws can be used to hone your skills to manifest to the capacity that you would like. We are always manifesting, always, through this law of assumption. So when you go to bed at night, this is why I'm just like 1 week away from finishing my first group program in a very, very, very long time. The program was called Manifest in Your Sleep. It was based off of Neville Goddard's work and Dr. Joseph Murphy's work. I have Dr. Joe's book right beside me, but it's, a little bit out of reach. I'm going to stay with you. So when we go to sleep, this is why it's important to plug into our subconscious mind, our reticular activating system, to create this vision of what you'd like to see the next day. It's really, really important so that we begin to assume that things just work out in our greatest and highest good. And sometimes our points of view sort of gets in the way. There's a few things that kind of get in the way of this, but you can start to use this to your benefit, to create the life that you dream of, to feel fully supported. And when we ask, what would that feel like? What would that look like? To be fully supported, in my life, in my reality. I thought that assumption was assuming that things would be okay instead of putting it out there that it is okay. Yeah, that's a good reframe. Are you wrong about that? It's not a right or wrong. So Neville Goddard teaches about the law of assumption, and he teaches about the feeling. And Wayne Dyer wrote about this, feeling the wish fulfilled, right? Dr. Wayne Dyer talked about this a lot. And he got this from Neville Goddard, who teaches about this in his work, taught, his books and all the things. Like he wrote in the mid 1900s. His first book, I think, was published in 1955, I think. So you thought that assumption was assuming that things would be okay instead of putting out there that it is okay. Yeah, so assuming, if you change, you're not wrong. But if you play with that, and so this is coming to another point of mine. Who is doing the assuming? Right? Who is creating all of this. The post that I had put out there said, hey, you, universe, with a Y-O-U at the beginning. Universe. So you get to choose that things will be okay instead of things are okay. But the law of assumption essentially is that it is done. So when a lot of LOA teachers, when a lot of people talk about the law of attraction and manifesting and all the things, and they're saying feeling is the secret, and they know this, that's what Neville Goddard has said. Feeling is the secret. So when I first got the download of kinetic divination, which is my healing system, when I first got the download, I started showing up talking about the law of attraction and manifesting all the things. And I would say feeling is the secret, but in a different way. A lot of people think that it's emotion, feeling the emotion of the car that you want, or the house that you want, or the relationship that you want. I don't know what a car feels like. So how can we step into the feeling, the emotion of a car? It's not emotion. Feeling is the secret. Feeling that it is done is the secret. That's the secret. Feeling that it is done. So with the law of assumption, we're just feeling into the energy and the vibration of, oh, it's done. That relief or that calmness or that gratitude, the appreciation. Appreciation is a really, really, really great feeling, vibration, emotion to sit into. I appreciate the chair I'm sitting on right now. I appreciate the couch. I appreciate the beautiful lights and the twinkle and the things. I appreciate this. And when you sit into the things that you can see with your eye that are all around you that you appreciate, and then you shift your vision to the thing that you desire with that same appreciation, then your brain goes, oh, your brain kind of assumes, well, if you appreciate all these things that you have now, and you're now appreciating this thing, that it must mean that you have that thing, right? So that's a little workaround. But I want to give you a few questions that you can ask to use the law of assumption in your life. And we use questions. Now, this is the key here. Come back to me if you're multitasking. We use questions not to think. Your beta brain, the high thinking brain, your beta brain, you only use if you're doing math, if you're trying to process, if you're trying to figure stuff out. The rest of the time, I would love for you to try to come down into alpha. An alpha brainwave state is a very deep state of brainwave. You can be in a very mild alpha brainwave state. And then the deeper levels are alpha right after you wake up in the morning, or right as you're in bed and you get, that comfy zone that you're in. That's alpha. And that is a really magical place to communicate with your subconscious mind. So when I ask questions on my socials, it's actually not for you to answer with your beta brain. If I say to you, how would you feel if you were fully supported in your reality? Your beta brain goes, well, I'd feel good. Yeah, that feels nice. Yeah, thanks for asking. I actually want you to feel and run the energy of that. Because when you're running the energy of, oh, I'm fully supported. Wow. Whoa. That feels amazing. That everything in my universe, everything in my life is fully supporting me, is contributing to me, is guiding me, right? Do you see the difference? Our brain goes into, oh, I have to figure this out and I've got to come up with somebody, I think it was Dan, sorry to call you out, Dan, but this is a great example. He gave me a novel response. Well, this is how I would feel if this happened, and the present would feel like this, and then the past would feel like this, and he was analyzing it. And that's what we're taught to do. That's what we're taught to do. We go to school, and our teachers, God bless them, our teachers will train us to think like a factory worker so that we can grow up, get a job, and go into a factory and work. And not many school systems, and my brother runs a Montessori school in Kingston, Ontario. So Montessori is a little bit different. But most of the school systems haven't changed in hundreds of years. Yeah. So we're taught to process and to analyze and to think things through. That's what we're taught. So when I ask a question, our brain usually just goes to, oh, I see a question and I have to answer it. But instead, I'd love for you to tune into, what is this? What is this creating energetically? You've got to leave, Judy. Hey, thanks so much for being here with me. And I appreciate you joining me. And I appreciate you coming back to watch the replay. I appreciate you. If you do feel like this is helpful, please do share it so that other people can witness this energy shift in their life. I appreciate that. I hope you have a fabulous day. Yes. So that is the best place I find alpha, at night. Yeah. Yes. Now the key is, and what my program, Manifest in Your Sleep, was a 2-month program. What that boiled down to was, you don't have to wait until you go to sleep to get into alpha, and you don't have to wait till you wake up to be an alpha. You can go to alpha at any time. I think it was my first TikTok video. I showed people how to go to alpha. It's so important to know how to get to alpha, and to know that you can get to alpha at any time of the day. Anytime. When you're brushing your teeth, go into alpha and just maybe play with an anchor statement or a question that you'd like to create in your life, right? Play with the energy of what you want to create. So getting back to the universal law that you use all the time and you don't even know it, which is the law of assumption. And if you really think about that and really play with this law, I want to give you 3 questions that you can use to tap into the law of assumption and to change your point of view. Because really, it's our point of view that creates these assumptions, that creates our reality. So if you change your point of view, then you can change your reality. Isn't that cool? Doesn't that feel fun? So when you're asking these questions, again, just allow the energy of the question to show you what could be created with them. Instead of going into the high beta brain of, oh, I got to figure this out and I've got to give her a novel response. I know. Like, I was there. I felt like when I was growing up, I felt like I had to prove how smart I was. I had to prove that I was smart. And like, I grew up in the 70s, 80s, and we were still, women were taught to be seen and not heard. And there was still a little bit left of that in the collective consciousness. There still is in the collective consciousness. But so when I answer questions, I've tried in the past to be smart and to answer in a way that people were like, oh yeah, she knows what she's talking about. For sure. I know that. Been there, done that. Maybe I'll do it from time to time. But when I Ask questions. I'd love for you guys to sit into this energy of what energy is that creating? So the first question that I asked was, hey, universe, what would being fully supported feel and look like? And I want you to, again, just feel into what energy does that create? And if it creates a kind of a snarky, frustration, bitterness, sadness, if it creates a not nice energy or emotion, that's okay. Holy cow, that's okay. Am I telling you that bad emotions are okay to feel? Yes, I am. Because those are telling you this isn't going to create for you because you feel this bad, lower emotion. It's not going to create for you. Because if it makes you feel bad, it won't bring it into your life, right? Truth bomb. If it makes you feel bad, it won't create. But it's okay to look at it and to acknowledge it and go, oh, okay, ask some more questions. What would it feel like if that shifted? What would it feel like if that didn't feel bad? Is that really mine? Or does that belong to somebody else? Right? Ask more questions. Okay, another question that you can ask to create a different energy, to create a different point of view, and to create something different in your life is, if I was already there, like fill in the blank. If I was already blank, how would I feel? If I was already blank, how would I feel? So if I was already in the perfect, in like air quotes, relationship, how would I feel? If I was already coaching 10 new clients, how would I feel? If I was already finished writing that book, how would I feel? Whatever, like fill in the blank, right? If I was already blank, how would I feel? Feeling is the secret. And it's not emotion, it's the feeling. So when I ask these questions, I'd love for you guys to feel what they're bringing up for you. Because it is that feeling that is more important than what your brain is telling you. When you go into analytical and your brain starts spewing out all of this information at you, that stuff is not as important as the feeling that question evokes in you. If you can evoke the feeling of in your life, in your creation, it's already done. That is more powerful than just those affirmations that you keep repeating for months after month or year after year. Shouldn't take that long to manifest and to create at all. So I'm going to be starting a new class in a couple of weeks talking about the law of assumption and the creation of more money in your reality. If this is something that you're interested in, make sure to either send me a DM on Instagram or Facebook, or comment underneath this video and I'll let you know how you can join us for that class. Thank you so much for being here. Please share this video, like, subscribe, comment, do all the things. And if you do share this video, that really helps for other people to gain this knowledge as well. It helps me as a small business owner to reach the people who I can help the most. Thanks so much for being here. Have a fabulous day. I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now. Don't forget to create like you mean it.